Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am with my son. What's your name? I've just said it, but what's your name?
Rico.
Yeah, and what we're doing here then?
We're riding our motorcycle.
Yeah, and how fast do you reckon we're going right now?
15 miles.
Looks like we're doing miles an hour, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, where do you reckon we're going?
Work.
Work?
Yeah.
Is that what you reckon this is?
Yeah.
A work trip?
Yeah.
No, we are going to a place called Crediton.
Crediton. That sounds good.
Where do you reckon that is?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, we're going to find out in a minute.
Okay.
So you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Goodbye, everyone.
And what do you want them to do?
Subscribe to CB300 Challenger Man. Subscribe to him.
So guys, I guess this is a bit of a weird way to make a video, I guess. Well, for me it is anyway. You see, I'm obviously narrating this after the fact, so after going out on this quite a glorious bike ride. Actually, I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is only my second video ever under the channel CB300 Challenger. Released a video, I believe it was yesterday, a little trip to Cheddar Gorge. Unfortunately, I'm not really happy how the video came out. Basically, I think I didn't have my compression settings correct on the old Final Cut Pro. Well, a little bit about myself, really. I've got a bit of experience in media. I've had a few YouTube channels. I own a few YouTube channels, knocking about in the ether somewhere, getting no views and whatnot. I used to make music, still do have a music studio and whatnot. So I've done hundreds and hundreds of videos, but this is the first time I've ever really made a video about being on a motorbike. So I guess I wanted to do a little bit of a sort of story time video on myself, and particularly I thought I'd pick the subject of how. Oh yeah, I remember that little pothole there. That sucked. I will obviously comment on the riding going on in front of us. Obviously, I'm nowhere near famous or likable enough for anyone to really give a crap about any story time or whatnot, but I know a lot of people out there that watch these videos to do with motorcycles and that. They're all on a journey, a specific journey, if you like, a journey on the road. So people enjoy those types of videos where people talk about their journey on two wheels, and I'm one of those people. Fortunate enough to have finally passed my DAS, and that's actually what we're going to talk about today, is how it took myself 4 attempts to pass the DAS, if you like, the DAS course, the Mod 1 and Mod 2. It took me, I passed my Mod 1 first attempt, passed my Mod 2 on the 4th attempt. So it wasn't all plain sailing, if you like. It was difficult. It was one of the most difficult things I've ever done, but I wanted to just tell my story because I think it's an interesting story. It's anecdotal, obviously. There's not much to it. I've just told you the beginning, middle and end pretty quickly there, but I thought it would be something nice to talk about during this glorious ride. But what I'll do actually is, before we get into that, I will comment on this particular road. We are riding the Crediton Devon hill climb, if you like. Crediton is a tiny little town just on the outskirts of Tiverton. Tiverton is in mid-Devon, I believe. It's a nice little area of the world. Part of this YouTube channel is looking at touring, if you like, or riding videos of just like the sort of footage of myself riding. Obviously feel free to critique the riding in question. This particular video was shot with my GoPro. If you've watched my first video, which I doubt you have because not many people have, but if you have watched the first video that I released, which was a Cheddar Gorge run, You'll notice that A, there was no commentary on it. B, the position of the camera was different. Yes, it was different. It was on top of my head, which is not the greatest one. Not the greatest position to have. Point of view, or whatever you'd like to say. Whatever you'd like to call it. Oh, here we go. Nice little overtake here. I'm quite happy with that. If you've ever ridden a 125, you'd know that overtaking is difficult. But let's get back onto this, the particulars of this. So, can't really remember what I was saying actually. But anyway, yeah, so the video yesterday that I released, and yesterday being literally yesterday, obviously I understand that videos do have an unlimited time on the internet, so you could be watching this in 100 years' time and go, yesterday, but yesterday it was 2124. I had to do some maths there. Wow. Anyway, so you could be thinking, what's this video he's on about? What's this? Oh, look at this. Look at this turn. I didn't make this video to sort of like gawk at my amazing riding skills. I'm not the best rider in the world. I'm not trying to say that, but there's something to be said about chevrons and a turn on a nice asphalt road, if you like, surrounded by bushes and trees, and a few sun rays coming in, peppering the atmosphere. Just as lovely, isn't it? It's why we ride. So the video yesterday, I had a camera on top. I wasn't aware that I was going to go out to this Cheddar Gorge run. I went to meet someone, and basically it was at a place of work. I'm not gonna lie, it's my workplace. So it's not my actual workplace, it's one of my workplaces. I work in somewhere and that somewhere I met my boss, and my boss had brought out his bike, and his best friend also brought out his bike as well, and we went out on quite a nice little run. Yeah, it was an enjoyable run. If I'd known that we were going to go on this run, especially to Cheddar Gorge, I would have probably chosen to get my other helmet with my face camera, face mount on it. The face mount obviously makes a total difference. I mean, look at it, you can see everything. You can see the way it's riding. It's like you're there. The camera mount on top of your head, not so much. I wouldn't rate it. I don't think it's a great position. I don't particularly enjoy that position, if you like, that view. But it serves a purpose. I bought an Icon Air Flight helmet, and I cannot put a face mount on it because the helmet, the way the visor is. So I had to use one of my old helmets, which I believe was a Zorax, a trusty Zorax helmet from Amazon. It was for 50 quid. It was my first ever helmet I bought. That car nearly pulled out on me just now. That's why I gave him the right hand look, like, oh, look at you, why did you do that? But basically, managed to go on that run with the camera, and then I got home and I fired up my MacBook Air M3 version, which, to be honest, I haven't had much use for, and I was kind of like contemplating whether or not I should just shift the computer, because I'm not really using it. I thought I'd be using it for something else. Didn't end up using it much. It sat around for a couple of months, but then I had the glorious idea. Like, why don't I just start a YouTube channel, eh? Why don't I just start, why don't I just do what everyone else is doing? Why should I just try and be different? I'm just going to start my own YouTube channel. So here we go, starting my own YouTube channel. But then I thought, wait a minute, I've done this before. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my hobbies. I enjoyed putting my hobbies on YouTube. And I had quite a bit of success on one of my YouTube channels where, I had like 15, 20,000 subscribers. Obviously, it's not the millions and millions and millions of your, Mr. Beasts, or if you're into the motorcycle scene, Yami. It's not like that, but it was, it was alright. It made a little bit of money as well, which is, always nice, but that's not why I'm doing it. I just think it's nice to chronicle these, nice to look back at your rides, isn't it? And it's nice to look back at your progress. I wish I've been riding since February 2022 is when I passed my CBT, and then what followed was I bought a Honda CBF 125, and I hated it because it was slow, and it wasn't slow, it was just 10 brake horsepower, and I'm a bit of a fat guy, so it was difficult to get my tubby butt all the way up the hills. So I decided, oh, you know what I'd really like? A Honda CBR 125R, or excuse me, a Honda CB 125R, whichever one you want to call it. The naked version, not the one with the fairings. I wanted that one, but it was $5,000. So I thought, you know what? I'll buy this Lex Moto instead. Lex Moto RSS Street, to be precise. Who put that sign there? The RSS Street looked quite a lot like the Honda CBR 125, but did not perform like it, and I ended up blowing up the engine after 4,000 miles, or 3,380 I believe it was. Got a whole top end rebuilt on it, and it took so bloody long, I decided that I need a new bike. So what I did was I bought the Honda CB125R, brand new, from a great outlet that I'm not going to mention because I don't think it's worth mentioning until I become famous, and then I can charge them for that. All jokes aside, bought it from a great retailer, local retailer, lovely bike, but then I decided, hey, wait a minute, why am I tooting along on this 125, eh? Why am I stuck on this lawnmower? Well, I say lawnmower, I really enjoyed the bike, and I still love the bike now. Unfortunately, I had to sell it because I couldn't have bought this one instead. I was originally going to make a YouTube channel where I travelled the breadth and width of England. Now look at this a second, actually. Who put that strap on the ground? And that was the most rubbish bridge anyone could ever want to pass. Horrible going over that. But anyway, I've probably got to speed this up because I'm realising I've only got 3 minutes to tell a story. Anyway, so bought the CBR 125, but then I realised I want something else. I want a little bit more of oomph up those hills. So being 17 stone nearly, I decided I probably need to pass my DAS. Fast forward to March this year, 2024, and I did a full week DAS training. Passed my mod 1 with flying colours. If flying colours means 3 minors, then yes, flying colours. And then went out for my mod 2. Mod 2 went okay. Then towards the end, there was a right-hand turn and a set of lights, feeder lights, if you like. So the right-hand turn had separate lights to the straight light, to the straight-on lights, if you like. Didn't realise the lights were red. There was a truck in front of me, and it sort of tumbled forward a bit, so did I, and the examiner was like, no, stop! That was it. Fail number 1. Fail number 2, I decided, hey, you know what would be really good is if I go to a different place. So I went to a different place, and it was raining, and there was a storm, and I failed that one as well, because I dropped the bike. So I was a bit disheartened. I took a month off from trying, and then returned to the old place that I went to before. Unfortunately, this place has only one examiner. That one examiner, he's a nice gent. Love him because he passed me in the end. But obviously he remembers everything. And then the second time I went out with him, which was my 3rd time overall, we went down this area. There was like a sort of like farm road. Well, it's sort of like it's a slip on. It was a slip onto so major to minor road. Minor road was, unfortunately, I didn't realise there was 2 areas to that minor road. The left was for left-hand turns and the right was for right-hand turns only. And I turned right in a left-hand lane. God forbid, that was fail number 3. 4th time, it was a month later, and I thought, you know what? I'll go again. I need this. And that's what I did. I went again. And I only got 4 minors, I believe, and passed. I couldn't actually believe it, and I nearly cried. So that was great. It's not the best, most in-depth story of how I passed, or how I failed 3 times, if you like. But I thought it'd be a nice little story to tell during this little video. Obviously, I've not really been commenting much on the video and what's going on. I'm stuck behind this car at the minute. There's some traffic lights. But originally, I decided it'd be a good idea to have both the up and down part of the Crediton hill climb, if you like. But I've decided, in the interest of time, I'm only going to include the up part, and then I'll release the down part separately, where we can actually talk about the ride itself. So that's what it is. It just shows that with a little bit of perseverance, you can pass your mod 2, if you like. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there like that, struggled, but then they ended up getting their bike. So I suppose that wraps up this video. I can see I've only got about 6 seconds left. So let's say thank you very much, and please subscribe.